Mind Swarm Solutions to please deliver his presentation on opportunities of using AI in IBC. It's a very new topic. I hope you all will like this.
Distinguished chairperson, Mr. Suraj Prakash, Dr. Divya, my digital AI experience with you and how I was able to complete a job which would take 10 days in 10 minutes or in 1 day. So, and also I would like to challenge you to think, can you complete this 30 days work in 3 days? Other than physically pulling the COC members, that part technology cannot be of much help. But in terms of following the CIRP process or preparing your resolution plan or your information memorandum, which is hugely information intensive, requires a lot of number crunching, analysis of the industry, analysis of the company, analysis of the future competition, so many things your information memorandum involves. And I had an opportunity to look at a sample IDPA document, which I am sure is going to take weeks, if not months, to prepare the same. But can we use the technology to our advantage and do it more efficiently, improve our efficiencies and productivity? So I would also like to call upon some of you to just try, because though we have a very short period, and just like, I don't know whether it is IBC or NCLT who gives you this 30 days time. Prasad has given me 20 days, whereas I would have asked for 2 hours or 2 days to do this as a full-fledged workshop. So Prasad, next time please give me 2 hours for this, right? As they requested, 30 days is not enough. It's a complex subject and a very fascinating subject anyway. So the whole purpose of this is not to become expert overnight, but what are the possibilities? What are the dreams? Is it a pure hype, or is there a practical way that we can make use of it and get certain meaningful results from this? So the idea is to get curious about it, get rid of any blocks we might have in using it, and can we start using it right now, if not tomorrow or day after? That is the whole purpose of this next 20 minutes, or allowing for some slippage, few more minutes if you would permit. Yeah? And also I have spoken to some of you during the breakfast time and yesterday evening. So some of you have shown huge amount of interest in learning this, and some said, no, I want to bring my laptop and try it out here. I said, come and use my laptop. Mr. Ashwini Gupta, yeah, can you please join our panel, take this first, this one? No, I want them to use my laptop there. Yeah. Anyone else interested to volunteer, please feel free to come forward. Yeah, please, yes. You use your mobile, yeah? Very often we say in the program, switch off your mobile, switch off your devices and all that, but I would request you to switch on. Right? Okay, let's make it interactive. And, can I have the caller mic, please? Yeah. Okay, what comes to your mind? Yeah. Okay, a lot of information, with this guy, and that girl is beautiful. Lots of information, and you can have billions or trillions of QR codes are possible. All of us can have, I have created in the last few years at least 50 to 100 QR codes. Roughly I'm throwing one. It's such a simple way I can create a QR code, and I can store a lot of information using that. And we are using our UPI, Paytm, Google Pay, whatever to make payment every day. So that is what the possibility of the digital world, computer world, internet world. The data. Earlier we used to say, oil about that, right? The world is, oil is money. Now data is the future of, data replaces the power of oil. So whoever is having the data has all the power. Whoever is enabled with digital technology has all the power. So I am bringing this concept of human digital interface. That is what we need to take advantage of. Of course, there are challenges, there are problems. There is a lot of problems are going to be there. Just like nuclear technology, all the global energy crisis. Both, every technology comes to this thing, but here the focus is going to be on how can we take advantage as professionals, as individuals, what can we take advantage of. So, I just show that I wanted to make each one of you in a few foreign languages or in each of your own language, which I always start interacting with that to personally. It would have taken years for me to learn a foreign language. It would have taken years for me to learn about your, insolvency professional, the process relating to CIRP, process relating to your IBBA process, CLP, IBC. You have so much of things. But I was able to understand all this quickly within a matter of few minutes or few hours. I could get a bird's eye view of the whole process. How? Thanks to the technology. But definitely I can't replace your experience you have gained, the intelligence and the judgment process which you are all having because of your field experience. I won't have it. I may have the information, I may have the knowledge, but the human judgment, that is what I said, how do we apply our judgment, how do we make use of the technology as a tool for enabling us to do better, improving our productivity, improving our efficiency, getting things done faster, better, quicker. So that is the purpose of this, right? So this is what I asked, one simple question, I can say that I used a tool. You all can guess, anyone can guess? Say good morning in 20 different languages. It takes fraction of a second to respond. I can ask the same question about anything in this world. I can ask any question, I don't have to be an expert. Imagine if you're all sitting in a UN meeting here. All of you will not listen to me for 2 days, but you will have your own earphone. And it will deliver, I may speak in English, I may speak in Hindi or Tamil, but it is going to the language of your choice. You can listen in French or Swahili or Spanish, the language of your choice, you can listen. So technology translates it and delivers that message, whatever I say, in the language of your choice. Translation. Yeah? This was all not possible earlier. Today, I can go to any new city, I can grab my headphone and translate, I can listen to you and immediately I get that. I don't have to learn to Tamil to go around or French. If you go to the Auroville village or something, you'll see a lot of French people there. Yeah? So I'm able to understand that. Right? So how do we bring these two together? So soon we are going to see that there is a robot and this is a human being or a humanoid. That's an interesting thing, humanoid. So we are also becoming humanoid to some extent because this is making us more and more like a machine today. And I'm talking to him, I'm more engrossed in my mobile than talking to anyone. Or anything I do with my mobile. So that is how it is transforming us. But how do we continue to, keep our human intelligence and use the artificial intelligence, bring these two together for our own betterment and betterment of the society? That is the key challenge for all of us. Okay, I have given a small survey. Future is going to be something more like this. I sent a short survey, and I think quite a few of you have responded. Can you please do an alt tab and show that survey results, Mr. Ashwini? Alt tab, yeah. Okay, go to the screen. Yeah, choose the survey results. Yeah. So this is so can be refreshed in case anyone has done it. So we are still having 21 responses, and I see this is the composition of the people here who have responded to the survey. We have different groups of people. One is solopreneurs who are individual IT practitioners, as resolution professionals or thing. And we have bankers, we have people from We have people from different sector. So I'll keep a common understanding that everyone involved here is looking at it in terms of doing certain work in terms of creating documents or presentations, which all of us do. In terms of managing the meetings, COC meeting seems to be one of the key challenges for many of you. How do we manage those meetings more efficiently? Then overall, that CARP process is like a project management. Are there any project management tools that could be used, the AI tools that could be used? Then communication, interaction, collaboration. Then more than all this, the knowledge, the information, the research that we have to do about the industry, about a company or a specific sector or the economy, all that. How can we take advantage of that? AI tools and technology. Is it okay? And another 15 minutes, can we take? So 10 to 15 minutes, yeah? Good. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, okay, this is one of the key results of the survey. Of course, I have not updated this for the latest current information. The first one of the questions is presentation and documentation. We prepare documents. IM can be in the form of a PDF or Word document, or it can be a PPT, right? You can use IBPA sample is in the PPT format, but I think you have a choice of using the one anything. And I understand 8 of you have responded out of 11. Now extrapolating to that, I think 72% of the people here have used AI tools for presentation and documentation. Can I hear which tools you have used? Anyone? Yes, please. ChatGPT, very good. That is for presentation and documentation. Yeah, anyone other than ChatGPT? Gamma AI, excellent, brilliant. Yeah. Google? Google, you search for that information and then gather that. Okay, very good.
Gemini, Copilot.
Copilot and Gemini. Yeah, Gemini and Copilot you have used. Okay, good. Excellent. MS Office tools integrated with Copilot. Yeah, that gentleman mentioned about that. Yes. Good. So, in your experience, I'll take one of this. The ChatGPT has revolutionized or made AI a common term in our world. By the way, can you guess how the genesis or evolution of AI, when it started? Is it a more recent origin or longer? 1977. Good. Any other answers? Okay, any 1977, how it started?
I remember this research was going on in US and something about AI. That's what I
Good. In those days it was called neural networks. Yeah, a lot of people who were talking about neural networks, understanding how this human brain is functioning. We talk of billions of connections in the neurons of the brain, how they are connected, how it makes us super smart human beings. Right? Now we will see that how one brain can have so much of connections. Imagine the collective brain of so many people, all that is understood by the technology and giving you the collective wisdom and knowledge and of all these people together. That is, in a nutshell, the power of AI. So rightly said, it is in the 70s and 60s that Alan Turing, he started this human-machine interface, the famous Turing test, which talked of, I will have a conversation with Prasad and I will have a conversation with a machine. It's called Turing test. Between these two conversations, if machine is doing better, then that is coming close to human intelligence. But at that time, all the machines were failing. I'm talking about the 70s, because none of the machines could have the smartness of a human being, and that to a super brain guy like the sun. Right? But today, any computer can, recently you have heard about IBM's Watson, which is beating any computer programmer. Sorry, a chess player. The best chess players are beaten by IBM's AI machine in no time. Now you see the robot beating 100 fastest runner in the world. A robot can beat a person today. So whether it is physically or through intelligent wise, a machine can beat. So that is what the power of thing, and how it is going to translate that into reality in the future. At times it is scary. That is why I said nightmare of AI. But at the same time, the possibilities are huge for us, and let us make best advantage. So coming back to this question on documentation and presentation, what do you think it has shrunk your time? What you can do in 1 day or 1 week? How much it has shrunk?
I think it is 1/10 of your time.
1/10 of your time. Good.
I think it can be lesser also.
Lesser also. Yes, I just want some. There is nothing perfect answer. These are your experiences. Can I
will just give one example.
Yeah, that is the mic. If it is audible to everyone, yeah. Can pass on this mic, please. Can keep on mic inside.
So, for example, you can use ChatGPT premium version, which has got some other GPTs also, as you are very well aware. So, every tool is available on ChatGPT. Legal documents also you can analyze, PDF you can analyze. So, everything becomes easier. And just one example I will give you. Yesterday morning I posted on LinkedIn. I created that post, took a photo of this and created a post. Today also I have done. It has taken 1 or 2 minutes. And it is all there. Yesterday also I posted in the group. Today I have not posted so far because I was appreciating you. So that's the reason. Otherwise, that already LinkedIn post is there. Appreciating our institute also and IBI also.
Excellent, sir.
That's the way it is. So you can.
So this is a practical example of how he is able to condense 10 days into 1 day. What would have taken 10 days.
Another thing is, as a practitioner, I think Copilot is a brilliant thing. And because we all use Microsoft, so we have to use Copilot. If we use Copilot, it is really, really helpful. I am not a computer guy, but with my domain knowledge, I can tell my team, they are computer guys, they can type much faster than me in Word and Excel and all that. Even Excel analysis is possible in Copilot. Word analysis is possible. You can make any type of documents on Microsoft Office.
Microsoft Copilot, a wonderful tool.
And Copilot, sir, 1 minute, just for you know all this, but Copilot also has GPT. It is part of that only. But GPT has got more functions. It depends of a port order. And I tell to analyze, it will give me analysis in 1 or 2 minutes.
Brilliant.
1 or 2 minutes.
Yes, please. Dr. Divya.
Document is a time-taking process, but later on using it is really very time-saving process.
So that is why this first one I'm talking about the presentation and documentation, whereas it has got multiple things. When you are talking about presentation and documentation, first is the gathering information or doing the research. ChatGPT is a great tool, and like this, I have listed out some tools. Probably I will get into that.
So my question is related to this using all this technology. So the existing office infrastructure would be sufficient to or make also.
Yeah, I'll come to that. Good question, very good question. So here, that is why my first question, if you remember, I asked a question: are you a solopreneur or proprietor, or are you working for a corporate or a multinational? So the people who are working for corporates and multinational have access to all Copilots and everything automatically because it's part of the company's infrastructure. Everyone uses Microsoft Office. Whereas many of us solopreneurs, even our legal software usage and all this in different levels of legality, that is where how much of all these tools are available for us. Cost can be a factor, knowledge can be another factor. Two key factors as I see as a challenges to our technology or AI adoption is cost and knowledge, these two. But if you think it is valid, I would like you to invest on it. It is worth the investment. But mostly this ChatGPT 3.5 version, I'm coming to this Divya. ChatGPT free version itself is adequate for us, I would say, to start with. Once you learn and take advantage of it, then you go for a paid version. 1,000 rupees a month, no big deal. We go for a dinner and it is more than 1,000 rupees. So it is worth a good investment in technology. Or that is why I was telling Prasad, why don't you provide a shared services infrastructure of take a 50 user license and Copilot, and then just give it to your people at certain reasonable cost so that you are able to do that. And you can explore. Yeah.
I want to come to that.
Yeah.
For the brass tacks for people here, IPs and other executive CMAs who are here. I'll take an example. Like, for instance, an IP starts, IRP starts, goes to a company, he finds that last 3 years balance sheet is not ready. We are at 24, let us say 21 balance sheet is not ready. The last available is March 2020. So 20 will say, balance sheets have to be prepared till today, within the next 15 days or so that the claims can be gotten ready to be presented. Now, I'll ask you for instance, accounts are available. They're all available, Excel or accounting software or in paper or whatever form. Using technology, AI, how long would it take? These 4 years balance sheets, 21st, 21.
Okay, interesting question. I'll take Mr. Ashwini Gupta to do it. He says, I'm not exposed to this, but I want to learn. Can you come to my web browser on tab, use a web browser, and go to this perplexity.ai. Click on this. Perplexity.ai. Similar to ChatGPT, similar to Gemini, one of those, what we call it as a LLM, large language model. I know a little bit of English, a little bit of Tamil, a little bit of Kannada, and thoda Hindi. But these fellows, they know all the languages, and I know a little bit of technology, little bit of banking, little bit of finance. Whereas these fellows know healthcare, retail, pharma, any field they know everything. It is like someone who has read millions of books, knowledge about everything, and not only reading but able to remember, analyze, connect the dots and give you something, all within a fraction of a minute or a second. That is the power of this large language model. And they are able to do it like a conversational style. That is what is called Chat GPT. Generative GPT. Generative. Any more guesses? You can use your laptop, mobile, anything. GPT stands for, figure it out. Yeah, it's something else. Pre-trained transformers. Pre-trained means I don't get intelligence by birth. All of us have done LKG, UKG to masters, PhD and all that. So we have got 20 years of education trained. Whereas these have been trained for last 20, 30 years by feeding all the information and made to think like human beings using neural network models, data analytics models. So generative, pre-trained transformers, how they are able to gather, analyze and give to them. So Prasad asked one question. Did you understand the question? He says, analyze, I want to analyze the balance sheets, financial statement, cash flow statement and all that, and I want to analyze the health of a firm.
No, I want balance sheet to be prepared.
Balance sheet to be prepared.
Because this company is.
Yeah. So account books, I think even simple things like Tally is doing. You don't need any AI for it. I am saying I predict. I am saying, I use Tally for all your accounting. All of us know about Tally. There are sophisticated systems. Let's take simple Tally. Unless I put the debits and credits, you don't get a balance sheet. So that is the traditional model. I get a balance sheet. You have last 3 years, 5 years balance sheet. I'll predict how your future is going to be.
No. I can't miss it.
The balance sheet it gives. Tally gives.
Can I answer this?
Yeah.
We have always balance sheet side. In Tally reports on this side, there are additional features which we take. Like we have taken one of the matter, it costed us around 7,000 rupees. Where around 35 bank statements can be included into the system within a fraction.
Yeah.
So
I will throw it out.
Okay, let me come to that. I'll make it simple without going here very less time.
Just a second. See, okay, I will throw the question now back to the audience here. You have a situation where your company balance sheet, financial statements are not available for the last 4 years. You are the buyer. You are working on limited time. So you want to get the balance sheets done. Okay, forget audit. At least provisional or non-audit. You want to get it ready now immediately because you want to form the COC in 30 days. So how long does it take? To get the balance sheet ready?
There are responsibilities like carrying tools where you use them properly with domain knowledge. See, account, ultimately technology and domain knowledge.
No, I go further. I'm saying further. Today, as it is today, our awareness of technology, our awareness of tools, how long is it taking for us to get the financial statements ready for ourselves?
If I have a data, I can if I have a data, I can make it in a day.
How much time required for input the data into the system? That is the answer. Because if you have the data in some day, the answer is faster.
Does anyone agree? He says he can get it ready in 1 day.
So if you look at it this way, see, you have the basic data, which is what is called a prompt in your AI language. I need the base data for anything. Without that, I can't do anything. Unless I have a debit or credit, I can't prepare the books of accounts. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we will have a separate discussion on that. Yeah. Okay, that is it. If something is not available, we can't look up. Unless I am, I create something.
I go to the next stage.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have a grip on. Okay. We have only basic data. We have basic data. That from that. Now, obviously, basic data technology cannot help us. If we don't have journals itself, the technology cannot help us.
You have the journals.
We have the journals. We need a financial statements to be ready. He said that they get the financial statements ready for the last 3 years. Now from there on, what's the next stage is? Next stage is preparing the claims. Okay, that is not a major, no, it's not a major that needs to be discussed. I'll come to straight away IM to be prepared.
The single point. I give you the system, the 7 again is statement. Without any input. Okay. This is all consisting of the suspense. So there is the role. How system knows what is the nature of the transition. Which are based on the nature of transition. What they define, what possible.
There is, okay, I'm taking more time.
For technology. Technology
I got your point. I just want to see where what Narasimhan is talking about can be of real use to us in our work. I'm trying to drive that.
Sir, here one problem is not the process. I think here if anybody is handling this related matter, making a balance sheet is not a challenge. Okay. Getting the data is a challenge. And there we are stuck. So in fact AI can be used provided you have a data. So for that perhaps that challenge remains is that how to get the data. If you have got the data,
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, sir. I have 20 minutes and that is not part of my challenge. My focus is primarily on how you can use AI and become more efficient. If you are taking whatever time for basic data gathering, if I have to go and get an appointment from him, AI cannot do it unless he says yes. But I can send a reminder to him every half hour automatically and make sure that he responds or gets irritated. Whatever it is, that is in my hands, I can do it. I can automate the whole thing, all the CAC members get a reminder every day, completely. But some are going to get irritated and say, I'm not coming for your meeting. But that human element is still outside the purview of AI. It will get smarter and smarter, no doubt. It is getting smarter and smarter. It cannot handle the emotions still. Whether if I send a mail to him, how he will respond, whether Dr. Libya, how he will respond, how he will respond, machine doesn't know. But it is getting better. At least it can tell me, don't write this kind of a mail, people will get offended. It can say that. AI is capable. That is why you will see the dramatic improvement in the communication. Email communication is one of the biggest challenges in Indian companies, IT companies, when they are interacting with the Western world. It has dramatically improved in the last 4 years thanks to ChatGPT's opportunity. I don't, even within Google, it gives you the prompts on how to respond. And in Gopalan, it can give you clearly how to draft a document or a status report or progress report. Something huge possibilities, I would say. He had asked me for a profile. I have not written my profile for a long time. Suddenly he asked me for a profile. What did I do? I didn't write my profile. I said, give my profile. I am so and so. Look at my LinkedIn profile and create a 50-word profile of mine. I asked ChatGPT, it did it. It can go through a website and condense it to you. You give me your IBBI process and laws of IBC and all, can run it to 1,000 pages. I can give me a 10-page summary of it. It does it. Huge possibilities. So that is what, Ashwini, what do you make out of this? So you ask any question, it is not only preparing a balance sheet, which is one of the, in the 80s, I worked in a bank. In the early 80s, I worked in a bank. We were doing everything manually. We used to calculate interest. Total up from top to bottom, some 200 words, and someone who totals up very fast is considered to be a brilliant guy. Hey, he's such a wonderful banker who can total, 2 columns. Some guys can total 2 columns. So then I used to struggle when I come out from college to balance a ledger. Balancing a ledger. Then after that they brought in what is called ALPM. What is it? Advanced ledger posting machines, which does 1/100 of what Tally does today. It was called advanced ledger posting. You will have big machines in our office. It will print out something. So we slowly, the people who can type in that are considered to be very, very good bankers at that time.
They had a knowledge.
Okay, then we had each one given a 1 PC, individually standalone PC, and we will go, someone who has an access, I'll go to sit in a corner, I have an access, manager only can do that. I somehow will request him, I'll work in the evening and then go and do some work. Like Lotus 1, 2, 3. It can do some EMI calculations for you. Yeah, your equated monthly installment for your vehicle loan or housing loan, you can calculate, we get so thrilled. Lotus. Right? Then I joined, I worked in SBA for a few hours, doing all this ALPMs and these kind of things. Then I joined an IT company. It was called iFlex Solutions, Citicorp Software. We automated the banking systems. We created solutions for banks which can do all banking from simple savings account, current account posting to interest calculations to general ledger, your transaction journal, everything, to advanced derivatives of capital markets including futures and options, everything we automated that. So that is all again what we call it as a transaction processing system. They are not an intelligence, they only do the computing, nothing more than that. Whereas now that intelligence has come into it, you can do so many possibilities. He asked a basic question of, prepare a balance sheet. You give me the data, I'll prepare the balance sheet. Or you give me a balance sheet, I'll just read that and give you a summary of that. Your current ratio is going for a toss. Debt equity is fluctuating. Or your capital efficiency ratios are doing well, and your current ratio, like this, all these ratio analysis and all, I'll give it in a jiffy. That is the next one, data analysis, data preparation, data summarization, your balance sheet financial statements. Then data analysis and predictions. Based on the past and various parameters, how do I predict how your future is going to be, not only based on your company performance, but based on the industry performance also, based on the economy. Considering this, we can predict the possibilities. So just go back all that. I'll quickly summarize everything. Maybe we can have a short discussion if required. Otherwise, I'm available for any discussion in the afternoon, evenings, anytime, or later I'll share my contacts. Yes, please, sir. showed is one of the tools. Google has come out with its own artificial GPT, AI GPT called Gemini. Sorry. Playground, there are thousands of such. I know only little bit of this. And it's a very specific question, you get a good answer. So our ability in Google days is how well we know the search. Because we all do a very simple search. Whereas within the search, there are some 200 ways of doing search. By using plus, minus, apostrophe, inverted commas. Okay, can you please pass the mic to him? Yeah. So, like this. Now, the search skill should change to prompting skill. How to prompt? I am not going to give you a thing. I will give you my experience of what I use because I have used only very minimal of what possible. So I will give you that is what I have put this list. These are all the tools I have. Yeah. So here, see for example, he talked about gamma. Who is that? I think that gentleman there.
Yes, sir. Can I?
One second, sir. One second. You talked about gamma. So that is what I mentioned here. If I give ChatGPT or Gemini, I see prepare a presentation on CARP process in 5 slides. That is my prompt. Mr. Gemini or Miss Gemini, I don't know what the gender of that. So please prepare a 5-slide presentation on CARP process. ChatGPT or Gemini gives you 5 slides. So after that, what do you do, sir? 10 seconds. He will prepare a presentation in 10 seconds. He take this output from Gemini or ChatGPT, cut, paste. Then in 10 seconds he gets a presentation. It gives you that even good images. Because otherwise he doesn't what image to put at all. This is royalty free, your good images, you get everything. So 10 Gamma AI. So you have someone who can help you with Gamma AI. That is what I put there. And Copilot, I think many of you are using as part of your Microsoft PowerPoint. Copilot.
Sir, I'm telling you one thing. We have to be cautious because whatever data we are using, largely all right. So, but what data output we get, we have to use our brain. Many things we tell make COC first minutes. It is not going out.
100% I agree with you, but I think once you have come to know, one is you learn to use this technology, don't take your brain out and keep it. Continue to use your brain. Yeah, and continue to sharpen it. Please do that. It is not going to replace your brain yet. It is not going to replace your brain yet, I would say, but it is going to do it soon. Yeah. Yeah. One question. You've been waiting for quite some time. Yeah.
See, basically, clear-cut definition is what we are supposed to do. Correct, sir? And the data what we generated, it should be also clear-cut with the data what we generated, it should be authenticated and supported. Right? And mere presentation of something is nothing to do with our profession. Right, sir? In this situation, can you elaborate 5 examples how AI can help in this area?
So can you ask some specific questions?
That's what.
Yeah. Because for example, I put some, I have some 150 slides here to cover all the questions.
Right.
Considering the paucity of time, please ask your question, Mr. Ashwini. Go to Gemini or go to Perplexity. The key challenges of insolvency professionals in India and how AI can help. Let's listen to that, yes. Because I'm not an expert in insolvency resolution, but I can help, one second sir, I can help with how you can gather industry information, which is part of your resolution plan. I can gather information about the company, if it is a listed company or the expected profitability analysis, all that I can do. So I can do various things, and I can, if I have a meeting, if I record this, I can completely record the audio of the meetings. I can send an email in the next 1 minute, key points of this, summary of this. All this is possible. The possibilities are huge. Yeah? Maybe you can ask that question, please. Maybe Yes, sir. I can spend some time with you and I can take you through some of the
Sir, now I am mentioning the limitation which are being concerned with us guys, because AI doesn't say inform us the source of the information and data. That is one problem. Second is the authentication of the data, because if you are producing any data, it should be made with either our RBI or economic survey or government side or government side.
So, for example, I get the point. Yeah.
So, that is very
I want
important.
to interrupt. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I will finish that. See, AI is not doing anything on its own, but it also gives which are the key information from which it has gathered the source. You have the source. It can be RBA, it can be my blog. You can pull it from anywhere.
Okay, for that I have to interrupt. Sorry, Narasimhan.
Yeah.
The thing is, clearly it has generated so much of interest, and clearly there are so many questions to be asked and answers to be given. Clearly, we don't get a lot of time.
And I request our MPs have to organize a full day session on the subject. It may be a virtual.
Tell him you want me to do that.
Yeah, of course I want you to do that. Because this is the anti-mission, because we all need AI today. A lot of help is required, we have to all learn. Because we do have experience of more than 25 years here, the people are there. And technology definitely, we have to adopt, but we may not be that used to what the generalization is. So we need a full day session on this subject. And if you will invite him and we'll arrange, and I think larger than I could think how I will join this session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it is out of interest, please feel free, even before the session, I will share my contact details. Feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to help to the extent I know and what is possible. Yes.